How's it going, Ice Army? Chiefs Rays Bullets here. A little bit of a different setup here. Just redid my room, you know what I'm saying? And replace where the jersey would be, I actually put a ballpark map right here. And it has stickers for every ballpark. I filled up more than half, a little bit more than half. So some of them are still in black and white. But this will be the new background. It's kind of fitting, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, after a very disappointing homestand versus the Mariners and the Tigers, the MLB road best team Tampa Bay Rays hit the road, and the first stop is Baltimore for a 4-game set. Starting for the Rays today was Ryan Yarbrough. He went 4 innings, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts. Bottom of the first, Trey Mancini doubles, and because of a throwing error, he got to third, and because of an additional throwing error at home plate, he was waved home. So basically a double turned into a run for Trey Mancini, and they're already 2 on the board for Baltimore. In the top of the third inning, Austin Meadows would hit a solo home run, which would be the record breaker for the Orioles, most home runs given up in a single season in MLB history. So congratulations, Austin Meadows. And then in the top of the 5th inning, Willie, I like to play on the road, Adames hit a solo home run, tying the game up 2-2. Shortly after, the game would be rain delayed for 2 hours and 16 minutes, resuming at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. And right off the bat, Willie Adames hits a single, Jesus Aguilar and Matt Duffy score, the Rays double their lead, 4-2. And then the Rays would get an additional run in the top of the 9th inning off a wild pitch. We've been getting a lot of runs off of wild pitches lately. Alvarado played in the 8th inning. He gave up 2 walks, and he still sucks. Alvarado's the worst pitcher on the Rays. I mean, what can we say? He's sucked all season. He's never at any point been good. I don't care how fast you can throw the ball. If you can't get it in the strike zone, and if you can't strike a batter out, you don't belong in the majors. And I'm sorry, Jose Alvarado, but you're not a good pitcher. And what really pisses me off is that Nick Anderson is easily the Rays' best pitcher. We acquired him at the trade deadline from Miami. I had no idea who the hell he was, but he has turned out to be the best Rays reliever on the team, without a doubt. He's been so dominant in a Rays uniform so far. And it really frustrates me to see him only play 1 inning every game. He plays 1 inning every game. He always gets put in the 8th inning, and then as soon as that inning's over, they'll put Pagan in to close it out. And it's just so frustrating because why not keep him in? Why not? He threw 9 pitches today. Nick Anderson threw 9 pitches. Why not let him close out the game? I don't understand it. If anybody has an explanation, I would love to hear it. It is so frustrating having a pitcher this good, feeling so confident, and you don't let him finish the game when he is totally capable of doing so. I don't get it. I wish I knew. But anyways, Oliver Drake recorded the win today. He played 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. So, it's 1 inning. Here we go again. Willie Adames is the team MVP today. He goes 3 for 4 with 2 base hits and a home run. And the wild card race is getting really, really heated up right now because Oakland refuses to lose. They want to be in the playoffs. They want to be an October team. They take 3 out of 4 versus Houston and then sweep the Yankees. They swept the Yankees. So clearly, the Athletics want to play in October. They want that wild card spot. And the Rays, meanwhile, are struggling at home versus the Mariners and the Tigers, 2 of the worst teams in the league. They go 3-3 on the homestand, and all 3 of those wins come on walk-offs. Walk-offs. Clearly, the Rays have to do a lot better to be able to keep up with Oakland. And right now, we have an identical record to Oakland. Right now, Tampa and Oakland are both exactly 21 games over 500. So it's tight right there. And then you have the Cleveland Indians, who are 20 games over 500. So the wild card race is all within half of a game from each other. You have Tampa, Oakland, and Cleveland. Who's going to be out? I don't know. It's going to be really close. These last 5 weeks are going to be absolutely huge. Every game is going to be critical for each and every team here as the wild card heats up. And I'll tell you what, finally the Rays are in this mix. Okay, I've been watching this team for a few seasons now full-time. All right, I've been a Rays fan my whole life, but I've only been actually following the team for a few years. I guess just whenever I started actually gaining interest in sitting down and watching baseball games a few years ago. This is the first time the Rays have actually been here with the wild card race. In the last 2 seasons, we ended up finishing 5 games back of the second wild card, and this time last year, we had a chance at the wild card, and we kept winning. We were performing really good. Problem was, we were already too far behind. We were pretty much where the Red Sox are right now, 7 games back. And so you kind of get the memo that the Red Sox are pretty much done. Obviously, anything can happen. 5 weeks left. A lot can happen. However, statistically, the Red Sox look to be done. I don't want to jinx anything because I'm not ruling them out completely, but 7 games back at this time of the year, it's not going to be the easiest to come back and make a wild card spot. But it is so nice finally being with the other competitors, finally being at the wild card spot this time of year. This is as a fan watching the games on TV and in person yearly and following the team year round. This is the closest it's ever been for me, and it's really exciting. It really is. Do I think we'll make the playoffs? As of right now, probably not, only because Oakland and Cleveland are performing better than the Rays, and they clearly want it more than we do. However, if the Rays can go on a tear here to finish out the season, as Kiermaier stated, that would be just fine by me. That would be beautiful. I would absolutely love to see that, and maybe finally we can get some Tampa Bay baseball. October reactions on the Chiefs Rays Bolts channel. It's never happened before. Maybe this year's the year, and obviously the Rays are dealing with injuries. Today it was announced that Brandon Lau's season is done. His Rookie of the Year season, it's over. He won't return to the playoffs if the Rays make it. Still won't be back. Very frustrating. We've been dealing with injuries all season. I think had we not had any of these injuries, we'd be good for an extra 10 wins. We have 2 of our best pitchers, Blake Snell and Tyler Glasnow, both injured for a good amount of time. We have Brandon Lau, who's out for the year. We have Yandy Diaz, who's just been ruled out for the rest of the year. And it's just really painful to watch. It sucks to see. So hopefully next season we won't have to deal with as many injuries. But right now I'm focused on this season. I'm focused on what this team can do. I hope they can just barely get through it and make the playoffs. I've got faith in me. Right now we hold that second wild card spot. Actually, we're tied with Oakland for the first wild card spot. I personally hope we make the second wild card spot only because if we have to play a 1-game playoff, I would much rather play on the road. The Rays have the best road record in the MLB this year so far, and they are only average at home. I think they're like 2 games above 500 at home. They struggle at home, especially against bad teams, but on the road, they'll go on a tear. Makes no sense to me. I don't get it, but we're a much better road team, and that's why I prefer to take that second wildcard spot. Without stress, of course. If we take the first wildcard spot, of course I'll take it. I just won't have as much faith because it's being played at Tropicana Field. All right, with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. Rays up, Rays win. Rays play 3 more games versus the Orioles this weekend for Players Weekend with the white-on-white versus black-on-black jerseys. I will see you for those. Peace out.